Hi, Namaskaram and welcome back. It's been 1 year of me being initiated into Sambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, which is inner engineering, and I have got no experience of spirituality through it. So does that mean it is a scam? See, if you experience something, it means you can perceive it very easily. And if you are not experiencing something, doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but it means maybe you are not ready enough, or maybe you are not receptive enough to perceive that one thing. So in this video, I'll be telling about my story, what are the spiritual experiences that I have had so far. So if you are a person who has a question that whether these things works or not, then you can watch this video till the end. You will get a lot of questions answered through this video. So my journey started with Isha meditations was from last year March. I started doing Isha Kriya and I started with that because it was free and it was available very easily on YouTube and also on Sadhguru app as well. Whenever someone starts any kind of meditation practices, since we are not aware about what exactly meditation is, mind and breath are two essential aspects on which we should focus on, because these aspects gives instant experiences of spirituality to you. So that is what exactly happened with me. I started getting more and more deeper into this Isha Kriya meditation and all. So the kind of experiences that I have had through Isha Kriya so far, after practicing 1 year of Sambhavi Mahamudra, I have not got yet. What did I experience from Isha Kriya? I did experience a state in which I forget about time and the time passes very quickly. There have been moments in which I felt like I was sitting for 5 to 6 minutes, but it is more than 15 minutes or 16 minutes like that. So does that mean Sambhavi doesn't work? We may end up jumping into a conclusion that Sambhavi doesn't work, but experientially what I can say you is that Sambhavi is designed in a different way than Isha Kriya. Isha Kriya is particularly focusing on the mind and breath, but when it comes to Sambhavi, it focuses more on the energy aspect of a human being. So it is not about just giving somebody a spiritual experience or taste of what is spirituality, but it is about transforming the person from the within, so that the person should align in himself or herself with the energy of the system, so that he should be or he would be more stable in his own life. Sambhavi is something that can give you more and more result, or in fact deeper experiences of spirituality only when you do it consistently for a longer period of time and very seriously and consciously as well. It is not that you're just practicing but not conscious enough and not serious enough, or just practicing for the sake of it. Then it is going to take a lot more time for you to give you certain kind of results. And maybe that's something happening with me as well. Maybe I'm not performing it properly, but certainly I know this is designed to transform you from within. Now, if I talk about my spiritual experiences, what I've had, then I can categorize them into two different ways. One is based on emotion and then another is based on a little bit of energy level, or I do not know how can I categorize it, but which I'll be speaking about it later in this part of the video. So since I was initiated into inner engineering or Sambhavi online, so I had to go through certain videos in the beginning, then I had to go through the Sambhavi initiation later. So in the first video, the moment Asatama Sadgamaya and invocation started, I started crying like a baby. And I did not know why it is happening to me, but I started feeling so overwhelmed, so good about it. After crying, I cannot share that experience. After that, I went under the shower and I started crying like a baby, and it was so relaxing, so fulfilling and so blissful experience for me, just crying. I just wanted to have that taste more and more and more and more. So I wanted to go more deeper into it, but recently after that, I watched entire 7 videos, but I did not get that experience. And I often find difficulties to express that experience, because when you experience it, you know how it felt, but the moment it ends, you are completely unaware of what exactly happened to you and how exactly you felt. But somewhere deep within you, that experience remains, and whenever in future something again happens, some again different kind of emotion gets triggered, it just boops. It just blasts, like it erupts like a volcano, and you feel the exact, and you experience the exact same emotion that you have felt in the first time as well. So this is what happened to me. So as time passed, I came to ashram for very first time to do Linga Seva, and during this Linga Seva, I had several moments of such kind of experience, such kind of spiritual experience, which was basically based on emotion. So there was some certain emotion within me which used to blast just because I was sitting around Linga and I was feeling something about it. But I would say this is not only because of the Sambhavi, but because of the presence of Linga, or because of the presence of this atmosphere. Now it doesn't mean those kriyas and whatever the sadhanas that you are doing, be it Hatha yoga or any kind of other kriyas that you are doing, you cannot experience it, but doesn't mean that it is not working within your system. It is certainly working within your system, and the moment you experience it, it feels like it's a moment, it's a bang, but over the time you have actually worked for it. When I was inside Linga, it felt like the entire thing, entire situation, entire environment has put me in a fast forward mode to experience such kind of emotions blast within myself. But as I have already mentioned, this kind of emotions only be experienced only when you have the emotion within you. But the moment it gets blast, next moment you do not know how you felt, and the experience that you have felt, you will start struggling to even describe it. How did you felt? Now whenever you are having any good experience or any bad experience, it starts getting deeper down, starts sinking down into your system, down into the memories of your own body. Now I'm not talking about only the mind, I'm talking about every aspect of the memory that your body carries. It could be your physical body, it could be mind, it could be brain, it could be skin, anything. All of your body is nothing but a memory bank. It starts capturing those memories, whatever you experience within. Over the time you feel that I do not remember it, I have moved on, but there will happen some certain situation in your life again in future that those emotions will start bursting out. So that is what karma usually means, that over the time whatever you experience in your life, whatever the experience, that you let it to go through a sink deeper down to your memory system in which it can store itself. Those are the karmas that you are building in your system, and those are the karmas create a certain vasana of you. Vasana as in English you can say tendencies. So these tendencies determines how your life is going to be, your birth, your death, what kind of home you are going to find. All of those things are determined by the vasanas or the tendencies that a human have. That is why in Indian culture, karmas or what you are doing, or good karmas or bad karmas, are given so much of importance in it. So I would also like to give you disclaimer in that subject, because I am not an expert, but still I am describing it in my way. Now, when you had any kind of bad experience in the past, and then you come in contact with such kind of energy form which is Dhyana Linga, or maybe Sadhguru, or maybe doing practices while Sambhavi Mahamudra or Isha Kriya or some other sort of practices as well, those emotions get blast, and those emotions get touched and they get blast. And this is nothing but the final blast of these emotions out of your memory system, or maybe you can say you are destroying your karmas as well. So generally in Indian culture they say, to get the liberation, your karmas has to be very minimal and it should end, and then only you can be able to liberate. Now, as I have already mentioned, the experience of this ecstasy or this bliss only still the memory of that past pain is strong within yourself. But the moment you experience it for a certain period of time, it starts decreasing very slowly. Then post that you will not feel the same kind of experience. The amount of pleasure that you are getting is only because of the pains that you had. What if I want to get the pleasure without having the pain? What should I do in that case? Does that mean I not going to get any pleasure? Since I did not get any such experiences beyond a certain point, I started feeling like this is not a stable source of pleasure or stable source of joy or bliss. So over the time what I did is I started exploring more and more deeper aspect of it, and I started exploring something else as well. If you have seen one of my videos in which I have told about Pradakshina, that day after doing 5 pradakshina, I went inside Linga. I stayed there for 1.5 hours. Now this 1.5 hour, if I talk about in my experience, was around 15 to 20 minutes. But how could I can spend 1.5 hour but it feels like 15 minutes? So initially for the first 10 minutes, it exactly feels like the 10 minutes only. And post that for next 40 minutes to 15 minutes pass like 3 minutes only. Now in terms of experience, how it happens is that every moment of it you are conscious, you can see, you can hear, you can listen to everything that is happening around you. And slowly when you start going deeper and deeper into it, then you do not know where exactly sense organs of you stop sending signal to your head. All you are doing inside within yourself is that you are just aware about the moment. But suddenly when you realize that your body is falling off like this, then you know that you are not completely awake, neither you are completely asleep. So you were in a certain situation in between where you are not completely awake, as in your sense organs were not working. I mean, they were working, but they were not sending signal to your head because you were in a certain state of mind. But in the other hand, you know that you are not sleeping either because you were conscious throughout the time. Now this is the moment, this is a situation that I've experienced in which you lose completely the sense of or perception of the time because your sense organs are not sending signal to your head. And again, what I found is that this is not something that is happening to me haphazardly or like that because of the certain emotion sort of thing, but this is something, or this is a situation to which I can walk in conscious. If I sit right here, within 15 to 20 minutes I will be just walking or slipping down to this place. I felt this is a much reliable source of spiritual experience. But in terms of experience wise, the way you blast or the way you burst the volcano erupts within yourself when it comes to emotional spiritual experiences, so that kind of experiences you do not get with this one. But this is more like a stability that we can say. If I talk about my spiritual experiences, why they have happened and whatever they have happened, it is only because of the ashram in which I stayed in. So in next video I'll be explaining to you about what is the significance of staying in a consecrated place. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.